redistricting, we all know Indiana, the president, the U.S. Speaker, and many others supported an effort to take the two Democratic-held seats in the U.S. House delegation from Indiana, gerrymander them, and so the entire delegation would almost certainly be Republican. And it passed one body. Here's the headline from the New York Times, number 30. But the Senate, overwhelmingly Republican, nonetheless rejected strong entreaties. Here's the headline: New York Times: Indiana lawmakers reject Trump's new political map. Republicans hold an overwhelming majority in the Indiana Senate, but more than a dozen of them defied the president's wishes, voting against the map aimed at adding Republicans in Congress. Governor, is this, how would you explain in an era when most Republicans automatically, but certainly when facing threats from the president, threats to cut off federal aid, threats to primary them, most would have given in? Here's a handful of Indiana state senators who said, "Nope, we're not going to grab more power for our party." What's the moral to you for that defiance?
Well, I think at the end of the day is they know, coursing through their veins, that with a sense of decency and also of constitutional dedication to the system as it works, that you didn't need to cheat at it to be engaged in a way that was thoughtful and actually focused upon the public good of the people that you serve. So my way of thinking, you're seeing the screw turn, Mark, in a lot of different ways. We've sat back, we've watched what has been unfolding, and the people in Indiana, the people who were ultimately involved in casting their votes there, decided as a matter of fair play and constitutional integrity that they would stick with the system as it was created and has been enforced and observed over all these 237 years, but for the presence of Donald Trump.
Melissa, when you were the secretary to the governor of New York, you often had to use carrots and sticks to get things from the state legislature. You watched what the White House did. Do you think they could have gotten the votes? They should have maybe been a little less threatening, or did they go about it the right way?
I think it almost doesn't matter at this point. I think that at this point, and you're missing, not that you're missing, I'm sure you talked about it yesterday, but coming off of also Miami losing the mayor's seat, how close the race was in Tennessee, a district that was 22 points being 9 points, all like Virginia, New Jersey, you're seeing the pendulum really go the other way from the president, governmentally, politically. And I think that people are starting to just say, like, we're not just going to follow this guy blindly off a cliff. And whether it's because of their moral reasons or they feel like we're going to adhere to the laws as it always has been, and we're not going to bend the knee to MAGA or to Trump, or if it's because politically they've got different calculations, which is maybe this won't be popular in my district if I do this and go the other way. Whatever it is, people are making their own decisions in the Republican Party, having nothing to do with Donald Trump pretty much across the board right now, everyone from Marjorie Taylor Greene on down. And so it's just more foreboding for the president, who's entering a real lame duck phase here in the next couple of months, that he's lost grip of the party.
Christmas is coming, folks, and if you haven't bought stuff from Cozy Earth yet for yourself or for your loved ones, my, ho, 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 you're making a big mistake. The stuff from Cozy Earth is very high quality, very comfortable, whether it's the sheets, the towels, the bubble cuddle blanket, the pants, the shirts. It's all very great. And now it's available to you for a limited time for 40% off. Go to CozyEarth.com. Use the promo code TWOWAY. Give the gift of everyday luxury this holiday season. Buy something for yourself, but also buy something for pretty much everybody on your list. The code will work for you now for 40% off. The bubble cuddle blanket will change your life. It has changed mine, and dogs love it. If you got a dog, just put the bubble cuddle blanket down. I recommend having it, folding it in half, putting it on the ground. Your dog will be in heaven, but it's also good for humans. It's all available to you now with an extraordinary 40% off. Go to CozyEarth.com, promo code TWOWAY, to give the gift of comfort that lasts beyond the holidays and into a cozy 2026. Thank you for your attention to this matter. They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the Two-Way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America. And don't forget, you can now listen to the Morning Meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.